What?
Just catch it. Almost. Hello, Kevin Turner.
Hey, Jeff. Fourth
Hello.
quarter, baby.
It is the fourth quarter of the Cowboy game. Jeff Kavanaugh and Kevin Turner with you from 105.3 The Fan and DFW, 9-6 Falcons, 3rd and 7 for the Cowboys, and KT sporting a North Texas beanie. Shout out to the Mean Green.
Yep. Huge play here, Jeff, on third down. Trailing by 3.
Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Yeah, buddy. Yes.
Crossers. It's amazing what crossers will do for your life, Jeff. Cole Beasley over the middle.
Yeah. For a passing game that has not necessarily been awesome today. Oh, my God. They were playing man defense and off coverage on Cole Beasley. You are begging to get murdered. What a terrible idea that is by Atlanta. They're already bad at defense, though, so that's good.
First and goal at the 5. And Jeffrey, we have a touchdown.
No. Yes, Dak holds that keep it on the read option until it's time to score touchdowns. And then he just what do you call that in fantasy when you steal people's points?
Hijack?
Scavenger? I don't know. He's out here snatching up Zeke's touchdowns.
Touchdown there, 12-9. It's no longer a field goal affair, which I think you would lose if you wanted to play field goals with Matt Bryant. He doesn't miss. And the extra point, by the way, is, well, Jeff.
Oh!
What are we doing?
So it's still a field goal affair.
Why is this happening?
If they kick a field goal, it's a tie game because we can't make an extra point.
If you'd like to hit the fan line button, you can join us. I want everyone to know that if you're hanging in there with us while watching this game and maybe you want to weigh in on Brett Maher shanking that extra point attempt, and it's now 12-9 Cowboys. It's about 14 minutes left. But if you want to hit the fan line button, you can join in with us.
Send us your favorite Brett Maher moment of the season.
Oh, that hurts, Jeff.
That's awful. It's an extra point. It's an extra point.
In a game where right now there's a total of 21 points on the board, you could say the Cole Beasley thing was a 4-point play, and you could say there's an extra point there. So there's 5 points left on the board. Can we go to something real quick, though?
What?
What are we doing before the half? Why are we not calling a timeout?
I don't know. That was weird because you called a timeout after the first play. So once you did that, you announced, hey, we're going to get points. That's our plan. We were using this timeout. We were going to run some plays. And we're going to try to score points. And then you're in a play, which they had to get exactly what they thought they were going to get, right? If you're throwing a threat to Zeke, you thought you were going to get 10 to 12 yards. So you got exactly what you thought you were going to get. And then we're like, no, let's not use the last timeout and try to throw it to the end zone. We'll just go to half now. Well, then why didn't you go to half the play before?
Just take the knee. What's the point? Like, why? Why not try it?
It was very flip-floppy. I don't know. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know.
Hey, we got a basketball player on our roster that we never use. There's the perfect scenario to use him.
KT, do you have the score of the Washington-Houston game? I need that.
I do, and I'll be keeping you updated live through this whole time.
What's that?
Because right now, Jeff, hold on, I got to update it. There we go.
Come on, Houston. Do the right thing, Houston.
Right now, 7 minutes left in the third.
Extra point pending. Houston's up 17-13. Now, once again.
It's a Colt McCoy touchdown pass, Jeff.
My loyalties are very torn because, Houston beating Washington is more important than any fantasy game. But in daily fantasy, I do have money on Jordan Reed. So if they were going to have to score, that's obviously the way we'd like to score.
So in that game, Jeff, Alex Smith left in an air cast on his right knee. He was carted off. He's likely done forever.
Oh, my God. Well, not forever, KT. I would think that would be a season thing. He didn't die.
Yeah.
An air cast on a leg if you died. It's just a weird.
They said it was really ugly. And it was the whole thing where he's putting his hands on his face and kind of crying and stuff. So, probably, I don't know. I'm not going to diagnose it, but it's bad. So, Colt McCoy show in Washington.
Do you think Colt McCoy is going to lead them to all the wins?
No, but he's the type of guy who could steal you one here, which right now stealing games is the difference in the NFC East.
Yeah.
So
Eric says, thanks for streaming, fellas. Don't have access to a TV or radio at the moment. You are welcome, Eric, and welcome to the party. This is cool because I said it earlier this week on the radio show. I put in the call that the Cowboys are going to be tied for first place after Thanksgiving Day. I put in that call.
yeah.
And so all you got to do is beat Atlanta. Washington's currently losing. Turn around and beat them on Thanksgiving. Hello, first place Dallas Cowboys. And now Alex Smith is gone for the year. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gareth, he says, very crucial we win tonight. Redskins Thursday, back in this season. You darn right. You darn right. Just don't miss extra points anymore. And the Falcons now do have the football, 2nd and 5. They're on the 30-yard line.
And this is where you still go, okay, well, Julio Jones could still take over a game or whatever. To me, this game
comeback that he just caught for a first down for Atlanta.
Yeah, to me, this type of thing where you need to keep putting pressure on Matt Ryan because you're going to need one big play that keeps them well behind the chains because Julio's going to be able to make plays on the outside.
I think they'll get a big play. Matt Ryan has not been comfortable today. I think if you're a quarterback that doesn't move real well, I think that Cowboys D-line loves playing against you because DeMarcus Lawrence has been all up in his kitchen all day. So we're going to need a little bit more of that action at some point. But 1st and 10 from about midfield.
Oh, Jeff. He called it. He called it.
No.
That's you.
Leighton Vander Esch pick. We had a tip ball. Leighton Vander Esch picks it off and runs it back into Falcon territory. Where'd he end up? Maybe the 35 or so. And you are up 12-9 and in business. Punch in another touchdown and just move on with our day, KT. What are you doing? What's this?
Call you Isaiah. You're a prophet. As you just called that.
Oh, yeah. I did say that somebody was going to get back in his kitchen.
You said you think they're good. The defense is going to make a big play.
I did. I didn't think it would come off of a straight-up Calvin Ridley drop. I never
Ridley. When we look back at this game, Jeff, how huge was that Lyle Collins fumble recovery? And then
3rd and 1. Yeah, that was a monster recovery. Yeah. Vander Esch has been balling. Now, that one's just kind of be in the right spot and kind of get lucky that the ball gets tipped around, but sweet job on the return. 31-yard line for the Cowboys going in from left to right, of course. And they've been able to run the ball really well today, as they're going to continue doing with about a 7-yarder for Zeke to the right side. They're going to have 2nd 3, KT.
Yeah, they've been running the ball better to the right than the left. To me, and I really focused in on this in the first half, I didn't think Su'a-Filo was awesome in the first half. I didn't think he was very good. But, right there, it's a situation, too, though. They're pretty much going to rely on the running game, but this is I would contend if you get in a field goal situation here and it's reasonable, I would be in 4-down territory because I think you got to go ahead and try to finish them off here.
Are you aware of who coaches this team, sir?
I am.
I mean, even though they just missed an extra point, Jason Garrett will definitely play for a 40-yard field goal here.
I know.
His favorite thing.
I just don't want to lose this game 16-15,
Well, KT, trying to score can sometimes lead to bad things. And oh my God!
Touchdown!
Conservative if you're going to run the ball like a monster. That is a touchdown for Zeke. And Calvin Ridley, they keep showing on the sideline. He's not real happy that he handed them the ball there with his drop pass that was picked by Vander Esch. 18-9 Cowboys, extra point pending. KT, will he make the extra point?
Yeah, he's going to make the extra point. He's not kicking the ball with a lot of confidence, though. And this goes back the last 3 weeks. The whole right to left draw is not really happening.
Yeah.
18-9. The TV shows Jerry praying to someone. Jeff's going to have a celebratory chicken nugget.
Yeah, they call them boneless wings, but I don't know why. They're clearly just nuggets. They're big nuggets, right?
Yeah.
It's not a wing. Like they say, oh, it's a bone-out wing. Like, no, this isn't even a wing shape. It's a nugget. It's clearly a nugget.
It's 19-9 Cowboys with 12:25 left. Again, the Alex Smith injury happening. We'll keep you monitoring that. Houston is driving into Washington territory, leading 17-14. Jeff, what was your food situation today for the game? Did you order something? What was your go-to move?
I woke up real hungover. I don't know if we're allowed to talk about that stuff on here or if we're supposed to be super professional.
It says unfiltered.
Oh, yeah. Woke up super hungover. Left my wallet at the bar. Luckily, a buddy of ours grabbed it, so I know where it is. But I just stare at my laptop until 10:30 a.m. on Sundays because you can't order pizza at 10:30. And at 10:30 is when I ordered my pizza and my chicken. Washington just dropped an easy pick against Houston. That's awesome. They could have probably ran that back. But yeah, I got pizza, chicken, breadsticks, and a Pepsi and some water.
I did pizza too, and it was the right move. I also woke up and had to go to the store and buy one of these because I was dehydrated.
I had a packet of it that I put in my water. It didn't taste great, but I think it did the job. I'm feeling much more hydrated.
Hey, Jeff, we've got someone on the fan line here. Let's bring in Elmer. Elmer on the fan line, the Fancred fan line. Elmer.
I really like that name. I like the name Elmer.
Elmer's a great name.
Excited to get him in here to mix it up.
We'll get him popped in here in a minute. Can bring the heat.
Elmer, bring the Elmer. He's Elmer and he's
Elmer.
There's Elmer. What up?
Live from Houston. Big fan.
Yeah.
Tolo.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
So the question is, do you think the Falcons still have a chance here? I know it's kind of dark in here.
Oh, no. Being dark, that's the way it's supposed to be. You're a man.
You're watching the game in the dark.
Yeah, Atlanta's. Yeah, they'll probably have a chance. I don't know. The NFL just kind of goes that way, doesn't it? Where it's like, you're up by 10, so guess what's going to happen? The other team's going to have a touchdown drive. It's going to take all of 3 minutes.
Well, I feel good about, like, hey, if we know they're going to be throwing every time and Matt Ryan's going to be standing in the pocket, like Jeff said, putting pressure on him. And thank you for the question, Elmer. Thanks for listening and to the station as well. Appreciate it, man.
I tell you what, here's the thing, though. The way the Cowboys are running the ball right now, once they get it back, no matter what the score is, don't you feel pretty good that they could go eat some clock? Zeke's got about 180 total yards today. I think like just short of 120 on the ground. And they got to be over 5 yards a carry. So you feel pretty good about taking a chunk of clock out when they get it back.
Absolutely. I mean, by the way, Jeff, Houston is inside the Washington 15-yard line, it looks like. Actually, first and goal at the 6. So Houston leading Washington. Obviously, that would set up, if the standings hold, that would set up a first-place battle on Thanksgiving Day.
We're showing graphics on Van Der Esch with his 74 tackles leading the team. I don't love the tackle stat, by the way. Don't throw tackle stats at me as a reason for why a guy's good. You can make a lot of tackles if the ball's thrown on you, or you make tackles for 7-yard gains. But he has been really, really good. I say that as he gets cut, blocked, and put on the ground.
Toss to Tevin Coleman.
They're going to get 10 yards. Looks like they're going to get a first down there. Xavier Woods pushed him out of bounds, and Xavier Woods needs to be a better tackler, KT. I'm going to tell you that right now. He's been really good in coverage, but he had a bad missed tackle earlier. He's had too many missed tackles. Too many. Not today. Well, the one, but too many missed tackles.
We've talked about that going into the year. I think that play brought out a lot of people going, oh, he hasn't been good this year. No, he's been pretty good this year overall as a safety. It's just, the tackling's kind of a problem with him. Another first down for Atlanta.
12-yard gain here, and it's going to be on a rarity, as you had Leighton Van Der Esch, who does not miss tackles, had a beat on him, and Sanu kind of got him stiff-armed and survived the hit. Then Jeff Heath missed the tackle, and you end up getting 12 yards. Tackle people. Fundamentals matter. Fundamentals have been a struggle. Holding them to 9 today is good so far. It's good so far, but you need an important stop. You need to stop here. Can't have a 7-point drive here, KT. I can't have it.
Another handoff to Tevin Coleman. He's going to get like 7. And Atlanta's now into Dallas territory. So, you start to look at the clock. We're about 11 minutes. Obviously there's a lot that can happen here, but I think you made a great point. If the Cowboys can just kind of eat the ball a little bit, it's going to be tough for the Falcons to get a lot of time to do a lot of work with 2 scores. But there they go, moving the ball again.
Why is this how the NFL works? You go up by 10, and it's like this definitive moment. It's been a struggle for everybody to move the ball all day. But as soon as you go up double digits in the 4th, it's just free money for the other team. It's just guaranteed. I don't know what it is. It's guaranteed.
I take back everything I was saying before that Julio Jones pass for about 20 yards over the middle, because there's 10 minutes left in the NFL. I'm a moron. 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's tons of time. Tons of time. But in your dream scenario, no matter what the Falcons do on this drive, the Cowboys take the ball, they run 6 minutes off, and they win the game, and it's over. You say, hey, thanks for playing. We're going to run it down your throat. We're going to end this thing. So we're going to have just always open. They just stay open. I don't know if that's Hooper, but that is a tight end for about 14 yards, first down. And are they into the red zone? They're just marching.
That's Paulson, who kind of has the Cole Beasley mullet haircut.
Yeah, really white-looking guy.
Yeah, no doubt he's knocked down a tree before.
Yeah, there's zero doubt that he owns multiple hatchets. No doubt.
Think he's a big fan of deer season?
Yeah, but he probably has trouble fitting in a deer blind because, the deer blinds are a little bit different. It's on Earth, so it can be uncomfortable. Atlanta in the red zone, 11-yard line, 9:40 left to go in the game, and we are still waiting for the Cowboys to make one good defensive play on this drive, and it's not going to be on that one. It's about a 5-yard run. I think that was Ito. I think we had some Ito Smith there.
Ito Smith? Yes, sir.
Second and probably 5 from about the 6.
Yeah, Sarkisian looks like he needs a drink.
Okay, KT. He probably has one. Somewhere he has one right now.
Cheers.
What do you have? I'm just drinking water.
Bloody Mary, sir.
You got a Pedialyte in one hand and a Bloody Mary in the other? I guess that works.
I'm a hypocrite. I mean, we got 3rd and goal coming up.
3 yards there. So you're going to have a 3rd and 2 from the 3 or 4?
Yeah.
With opportunity to holding them to 3 would be great. You know what would be really great right now is having your extra point. That'd be great.
Oh, my God, yes. Huge. That's huge.
What if it was an 11-point lead and they had to get a field goal, a touchdown, and a 2-point conversion? Wouldn't that be nice?
Crawford on the knee, taking a knee, kind of getting, not politically, but taking a knee out of injury. So he's going to have to sit out the next play. Yeah, 3rd and 2. My question for you, Jeff, is that we're going to a break. Atlanta, let's say they don't get it on 3rd and 2. Do you think they would consider – it's not to me you have to kick it, but do you think they would consider, going making
if they throw if they throw an incomplete pass, I bet they kick the field goal. If they run it, to me, that's them announcing that they're willing to go for it on 4th. So if they run it and get a yard, then I bet they go for it. If they throw incomplete, I bet they kick it.
Yeah, well, maybe we can remind everyone on the fan line. If you guys hit the fan line, you can jump in with us. And if you got a question or a point you want to work into the mix, feel free to hit fan line. You can pop up with us like Elmer did a little bit ago. Me and Jeff would love to have you here on Fancred. So all you got to do is hit the fan line. That'll be really awesome. It's 19-9, Cowboys over the Falcons with about 8 minutes left. I can tell you, Jeff, that Houston kicked a field goal. They lead 20-14 with 1:20 left. So,
well, Colt McCoy's got some magic in that arm, KT. If you're just joining us, Colt McCoy is the quarterback for the Redskins, probably for the rest of the year. KT, you said air cast on Alex Smith's leg, huh?
Yeah.
Washington's not going to win the division.
No, they're not.
The Cowboys are. The Cowboys win the division.
The Eagles could.
Their schedule's too tough. They got Rams and Saints. They got the toughest schedule in the league left. They're not going to do it. They're going to do it.
It would be the most Eagles thing ever to sneak one out today over the Saints this afternoon.
It would be the most Cowboy thing ever to start a season 4-5 and then win the division at 9-7.
Or not win the division at 8-8.
Yeah, could easily go either way there.
There's a lot of options there. But okay, so it's 19-9. A big play's coming up here. Atlanta's kind of been gashing them on the ground on this drive a little bit as well. Makes you wonder what Atlanta's going to do. We know the Cowboys' defensive tackles are kind of beaten up. Surely they're going to the air. But huge play coming up because a touchdown really does change things quite a bit. Or field goal, you still feel like you got a pretty confident upper hand.
This is very strange. I don't know if they're going to fix it, but we just came back from commercial and the game clock was running. Incomplete pass, and if my prediction holds true, that's Van Der Esch breaking up a pass for Hooper. Awesome play. Let me see if my prediction holds true or if they're going to go for it on 4th. Because if they go for it on fourth, you have an opportunity to basically win the game right now. Or you're up
I know
the ball and you can run clock out. So let's see what they do.
I know it's only 19 points. I wonder if Atlanta's thinking, well, we can't really stop the run, so maybe we need to go.
Get it? That was an awesome play by Van Der Esch. Man defense against Hooper. He kind of curled up. There's your kicker. Matt Bryant is in, so they're going to kick it, probably make it, and they will. So it's going to be 19-12 Cowboys. That was very strange, though, KT. They came back from commercial break, and I watched that game clock run from 8:42 down to 8:32 before they snapped the ball. I don't know who the game clock operator is, but he's my friend.
I think they were saying it was a running play before, and then the injury happened. So once you come back, you start the clock.
Roll it again? Okay. All right. Okay.
A reminder, you can join us on the fan line if you'd like to do that. That'd be pretty cool. 19-12. So when it comes to like tight decisions like that, Jeff, one thing I always do is I try to imagine myself in the other team's point of view. Okay. And I'm sitting there going, okay, if I'm Atlanta, I would have been thinking probably take the field goal. I think that's a smart thing. But if I'm the Cowboys, I'm going, yes. Don't you feel like better about that than them going for it on fourth down? Maybe I'm crazy.
I think so, because they did so much work to get all the way down there to come away with 3 points. I think that's got to be disheartening for them and good for the Cowboys. But at the same time, we both know this. NFL coaches are cowards. So many of them are so conservative. So it's like, okay, if I go for it on fourth, they think about what could go wrong, not what could go right.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, if we go for it on this 4th and 2 and we don't get it, we're down by 10 points and they have the ball and we've probably lost the game. And then they ignore the part about, wait, I'm on the 3-yard line, 2 yards down, 3 is a touchdown, and we got a chance here. NFL coaches are cowards. That's all it boils down to. And thank
Sean Lee over there on the sideline just coaching up Leighton Vander Esch. Pretty awesome, man. 8:25 left in the game, Jeff. 19-12. Cowboys lead.
Vander Esch rocked the neck deal, neck roll. It's one of my favorite things about Vander Esch. I think that's what real men do, is they rock the neck roll. Cowboys with the ball. They're going to start off in shotgun with 3 wide and fake it.
No.
And then you're going to end up gaining about 7 yards on a little ball out to Cole Beasley there. I don't mind that, come out with a 7-point lead when they think you're going to try to run it down their throat and find an easy completion to get you 6 or 7 and get yourself to a 2nd and 3. I like it. I like it.
I love it, and I love that Dak was kind of on the move a little bit. We saw him on the touchdown run. We saw him with the keeper earlier in the game. That's still a thing that you can save and kind of use again later in the quarter if you need it, because I think all eyes are going to be on Zeke as this drive continues to go. If Dak can make a play with his feet and kind of keep everyone guessing or keeping a defender strung his way, that would be great.
If you wanted to, so they just ran my least favorite play of the game. And I'm going to
stretch right.
It's going to be 3rd and 1. It was a handoff to the right side to Zeke. But the reason it's my least favorite play of the game is because you told Atlanta exactly what you were going to do. How did they do that? They brought in number 85. Noah Brown came into the game and motioned from the left side into the line of scrimmage. And if Noah Brown is in the game, it is a run. Every team in the league knows it, and it's stupid that the Cowboys do that all the time. Just stupid. But you got 3rd and 1, and they'll probably hand it off, and they'll probably get a full yard, and we'll have a 1st down, and I'll shut up. I just
Huge
don't
play.
like it. Just don't like it. I want you to know. 3rd and 1 and shotgun. All 3 receivers off to the left. And Dak is going to pull it from Zeke.
Dak mauled a guy. That is huge.
Run over a linebacker number 54 and then stand up and go, because he got the 1st down, and they are still rolling. Roll on, clock. Roll on.
He did, and they sold out for Zeke. That's why I don't like shotgun on 3rd and 1, because they sold out on Zeke right there. But Dak keeps it, and he just hulked the linebacker.
You wouldn't want to play for my team, KT. 3rd and 1. We'd have pulled it there and then threw that thing 50 yards down the field. I'd play for keeps.
No, but our team would be different. This team can't do that.
Okay. I do kind of like what they're doing on 1st down here, though, because it's kind of predictable run situations. They're doing some play fakes, and that's going to be into the flats to Swaim and pick up 4 yards, 2nd and 6. You're down to 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And even if they don't get points on this drive, I think they're going to win because I do think they'll manage to get a stop. But it sure would be nice if they made it easier on themselves and just got points in some sort of way on this drive.
Oh, yeah.
So they shall work on it as we take a peek at Scott Linehan up in the booth. And I tell you, he's an outstanding coordinator, isn't he, KT? Just one
No?
to ever. Oh.
There was a time.
2nd and 6. And the Cowboys are going to run the zone read again. And Dak pulled it when he shouldn't have. And Tack McKinley knew it. And you are losing yardage. 3rd and 8.
You're throwing it now.
Are they?
Got to protect him. I would assume that we're going Cooper Beasley Gallup.
Dude, NFL kickers are the worst. I just watched the Panthers score a touchdown to tie the game with the Lions, and then their kicker missed the extra point.
Oh, my gosh.
What happened to kickers? Okay, 3rd and 8. We got a 3rd and 8 here. Zach Martin making some line calls, pointing some things out, and Zach Martin false starting is going to be a 3rd and 13 is what we're going to deal with there. Can't be you, Zach. It can't be you.
4:55 left, 3rd and 13.
Screen. There's a screen coming.
I think a screen is a very predictable play. The Vegas odds would definitely say a screen.
There's a screen.
I would like some type of crosser, especially if they're going to bring pressure up the middle, which they were showing. They're not showing that now, though. They're kind of showing more of a prevent type look.
Zeke's going to motion into the backfield. You got your 3 wide receivers. You got Swaim. Zeke off to the left side there. They are going to run a pass play.
He checked it down. He didn't even try to look down the field. And honestly, though, Atlanta rushed 3 and dropped 8. So it's like,
dump it to Zeke for 2 yards. They're going to punt on 4th and 11, and Atlanta's going to get the ball back with right around 4 minutes is what it looks like. Right now, Martin's not happy with himself. That's all right, buddy. You're awesome. Hang in there. Just stop doing that.
Yeah, you're the least of our problems. I mean, for being real.
Yeah, but that's why you can't false start. You're one of the givens. You're supposed to be – you have to be perfect. That's the rule. You be perfect. So 19-12 Cowboys. We got about 4:10 in the game as the punt's going to be away. And we shall see what the field position looks like. Oh, look at that. He punted it.
I like that angle punt to the corner. Kayvon Frazier coveraging. They had the ball at the 15.
Oh, they're going to get 15 free yards. They're going to say somebody hit him late out of bounds. You got to be kidding me. I think they're going to call Lenore.
They get a face mask on.
Lenore hitting a guy for no reason after he's taken 2 steps out of bounds. Now, it was a great flop by Hardy, but that was stupid. Lenore just ran the torpedo shoulder in his chest play when the guy had already taken 2 or 3 steps out of bounds. That's not ideal. It's not ideal, Coach.
I mean, that's why you don't have guys who aren't NFL players on your team. To me, that's a problem.
Okay. Washington, by the way, just went inside the 5-yard line on a big Colt McCoy run play. He just ran it 25 into about the 5. Washington by 6, and they're getting close to the end zone.
I want to hype up the fan line on this commercial break again, Jeff, as it's 19-12, under 5 minutes left, and Atlanta has the ball. If you hit the fan line button on your app there, then you can join us. Just like that. You pop on with it.
Type in a message line because I want to hear from you. Let me hear from you, Cowboy fans. Are they going to win this game? Touchdown Adrian Peterson, by the way. So Washington, after this extra point, is going to be up on Houston by a point.
If they make the extra point.
If they make the extra point. The NFL is weird these days, so I guess we'll see. Rusty says, I think Swaim has been better than we give him credit for. I think Swaim's okay.
Yeah, Swaim's fine.
Swaim's a tight end. He's very generic, but does his job tight end. You can survive with Jeff Swaim. I got no problem with Jeff Swaim.
He's a usable part.
They got nothing behind him. They have nothing behind him at tight end at all. But we will next year when we pick an Iowa kid in the 2nd round. Either one would be just fine with me. Iowa's got 2 tight ends for us, KT.
Yep. Fant, who will be gone by the time you're picking at 40, whatever.
Yeah, the guy.
And then Hawkinson.
Yeah. Redskins are up on the Texans, 21-20. And Adrian Peterson just passed John Riggins for the 6th most rushing touchdowns in history.
John Riggins.
Jim Brown.
Look it up, kids.
Come on, Will Smith commercial. Bring back the Cowboy game. There's 4 minutes left. We got to make a stop here. Crying out loud. Put in the call. What's going to happen on this drive, KT? What is Atlanta going to do?
Oh, I think they're going to go score, Jeff. I'm being honest with you.
I don't know what this is, by the way. There's this thing. And it's like gum or I don't know, but I can't get it off of my jacket. It's a tough break. I'm going into recline mode for this portion of the broadcast. Lay down.
So you're not stressed out?
Yeah. Yeah, I like to be able to breathe, you know. Good job, Lenore. Way to give him 15 free yards.
Don't tell him it's okay.
Garrett patted him on the helmet. Good job, Lance. Great hit.
Or was Garrett trying to give him a head injury?
Possible.
So Atlanta's on the 30, and they're gashing us with the run. Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's going to be about 13 yards for Tevin Coleman right up the middle.
We don't have any defensive tackles.
God, everyone just got blocked. No one got off a block at all. It's not good when your free safety is the first guy to touch a running back on a run play. Not ideal. Tevin Coleman, 9 yards per carry, by the way. Thank goodness they haven't ran the ball much.
Yeah.
Cow.
And this is why at the end of every draft on day 3, me and Jeff are begging the Cowboys to take a 330-pound defensive tackle.
Yes, please.
Just a body. Because right now they're out of bodies. Just getting retreads.
KTF, can't find my remote. My Red Zone TV is turned off.
Oh, no.
Emergency. Stage 4 emergency. That's the volume 1. That's the volume 1.
3:20 on the clock, Jeff. We got a second and 4 midfield.
Okay. Now we're making a play. Malik Collins is going to bust that up in the backfield, and you're going to have about 3rd and 9. I bet they lost 5 yards on that play.
Boy, Malik Collins, when he's healthy, is a really good player. He just hasn't been healthy.
Oh, dude, he just destroyed the right – I think that was the right guard. He just crushed him to get on back there. This will probably be as about an opportunity as you're going to get a stop here on this drive. 3rd and 9 at 4 yards short of midfield with Matt Ryan in the gun with 2 running backs in the game. Oh, one of them – yeah.
He had time to throw.
Their receivers are so good.
Man, Mohamed Sanu's amazing.
Sanu and Julio are just so full-sized. And Calvin Ridley's an awesome route runner. They just got really good receivers. So Sanu is just going to he's just going to kind of run a little curl and come back in the middle of the field here from the slot. And Anthony Brown's all over him, but the ball's up high. Sanu goes up high, and Brown just can't rake it out.
Sanu's so strong.
Hard to complain anything on that one. Just a good throw, good catch. Unfortunately, that happens from time to time.
They like to throw it out to Ito Smith. Was that Coleman again?
That's
Ito Smith. But they like to do that where they'll motion the running back out into the slot and throw it. And that's what happened right there. We're going to the 2-minute warning, Jeff, and it is 19-12 Cowboys, and it is crunch time, and the playoffs are on the line, and it doesn't get any better than this.
And I found your remote. What up? Now we're balling. Okay, so KT, you've got Atlanta scoring a touchdown here. That's you're putting the ball Cowboys to find a way to lose this football game.
I mean, that's what I said all week.
No, it's different now. We've seen part of the game. No. Cowboys are going to win this game.
Okay, I like it.
Cowboys aren't going to get scored on this drive. It's not.
You turned me.
Thank you. Because of my passion and enthusiasm?
Yeah.
It's tough when you go to Atlanta with that offense. And like if they end up losing this game, we'll be like, oh, the defense just couldn't stop them at all. And it's like, man, they held you to 6 points in the first half. You're not going to hold that offense down forever. So to still be in the lead without even scoring 20 points, I say a hearty salute to what you've gotten from the defense so far. Jordan asks, what position needs the biggest upgrade on the Cowboys?
Probably tight end or safety.
Yeah, and the safety's coming. Earl Thomas is going to be a Cowboy next year. You can bank on that.
Okay.
So that's coming. Wide receiver, you're okay because Gallup's young. Cooper's going to be here. Beasley, you're okay.
Depends if you sign Beasley.
The bad part is that, in my opinion, it's probably quarterback, and I don't think you're going to do that for a year and a half, even if they do it then. You think Dak gets an extension, or you think Jerry's full of it?
I just don't. I don't think they do that deal until the deadline to do it. So
a year and a half away.
So if Dak has another maybe year, okay, which I think that's what we would call year 2, 3, and 2 and 3, right? A maybe year.
So far, yeah.
Then I think they would franchise him.
Okay.
And then I think they would make their decision. But I think they're going to buy as much time as possible with him, which to me is not a smart way to deal with quarterbacks, but
2nd and 1, and Atlanta is going down the field, and that is a touchdown to Julio Jones on Cheeto on a straight fly route.
Wow.
Cheeto has been getting tore up a little bit today. I mean, it can't be that bad because Atlanta only has 18 points right now, about to go for their 19th point, but they are going at Cheeto a lot. They're not the only.
Julio can just body up a guy like Cheeto. And I like Cheeto, but this is where Julio's freak of nature type traits just.
He caught it off of Julio's. I think the ball hit Cheeto in the helmet, and Julio still caught it. It's an awesome play.
Cheeto doesn't turn around and look for the ball.
Yeah, I hate that. He's always in such a good spot, and then he just plays their hands and tries to time it up, and he's never going to get his head around and just go make a play on the football. So we got a 19-19 game, under 2 minutes left, and the Cowboys are about to drive down for the game-winning field goal, KT. Get ready for it.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
I mean, I think, both teams have all 3 timeouts. So to me, there's a couple ways. I mean, the first down is going to be such a huge play because it kind of sets up the drive, sets up the chains, all of that. But, you are in a situation, too, with all the timeouts that if things go poorly here, then Atlanta will have time to get the ball back. So you need to be aggressive.
I think they'll probably come out running the ball just so that Atlanta doesn't have an opportunity to kind of watch and see, and an incompletion stops the clock. I think you come out and run the ball a little bit.
I think I'm with you. I think the smart play is to run the ball and get the clock down into where you're the only team who can have the ball, between now and regulation. No matter if you score or not, do not let Atlanta have the ball back. So I think running the clock a little bit here actually does that. And I know it's not like some super aggressive play, but, to me, you got to help your odds of winning out by making sure that you're the only team that gets the ball between now and the end of regulation with 150 left.
Kenny Galladay, some nasty catches.
Touchback, so 25-yard line.
25-yard line is where the drive shall stop. Julio Jones now has 6 catches for 118 and a touchdown. And we shall see what Ezekiel Elliott and the offense have for Atlanta. This is the drive of the year. That's all. It's just the biggest drive of the year. It's just, do you want to go to the playoffs or not? Do you want to be in first place maybe in a week or not if Houston can get it back together and win that football game against Washington? No big deal. Just offensive line. Are you going to protect on the biggest drive of the season or not? We'll find out.
Oh, wow.
That play.
Oh, wow.
Is there no yellow on the field?
See, this is exactly what you talked about, Jeff, though. So they throw the ball downfield to Gallup up the left side. But exactly what you were saying. You probably need to run the ball on first down just so, I get it. It's an aggressive play, and we've been killing them all year for not being aggressive. But to me, it increases your odds of keeping the ball to the end of regulation if you run the clock, because Atlanta's not going to take a timeout, and you get it down to 110.
I'm surprised we didn't get a flag there with Alford never turning around, and Gallup tried to come back through him to try to get the football and couldn't, and no flag.
Haven't been a lot of flags today.
Oh, that is the most Cowboy thing ever. On 2nd and 10, a 5-yard curl to the tight end. Welcome to 3rd and 5. And who, I'm guessing Atlanta's timeout?
Atlanta takes the timeout. I mean, this is frustrating. It's what we just talked about, dude. It's exactly everything we just talked about. Why running the ball on first down makes sense there.
Yeah, if they don't convert this, they're going to give the ball back to Atlanta with 1.5 minutes left in a tie football game, and they're going to lose because they had no awareness of what to do to start their drive. You don't give the other team an opportunity to. At least they threw it down the field. Should I not kill Garrett because they threw it down the field?
No, because this is clock management, and that's what he sucks at.
Yeah.
You can join us on the fan line. I want to remind you, 1:40 left. You can join us on the fan line there on Fancred if you want to pop on with us. 19-19, 1:40 left. 3rd and 5. Woo! Big play.
Gotta convert it. Give me Amari Cooper. Let's go Amari Cooper. What are we going to do, Dak? He's going to stare down one guy on the left side, and it's going to be Michael Gallup, and they're going to get the first down. Attaboy, Gallup.
Comeback route. Dak got rid of that ball just in time.
They love comeback routes. No other team in the league does because it doesn't make a lot of sense to be running backwards when you catch the ball. But the Cowboys love that route. And in this case,
Cowboys playing with pace here, which I like. I still think you can run it and do things, or you can just throw it to Zeke. I like that. Get the ball to the 50, first down.
Yeah, we're approaching 1 minute in the game. Cowboys got all 3 timeouts, so you've got all the time in the world, really.
I would run it a little further, and then I would take it. They're going to keep going. They're playing with pace. No huddle. All right. 50 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, get you one more play in here. Hopefully they'll give you something easy over the – oh, he is throwing it all the way to the sideline for Swaim. It's going to be incomplete.
I hate that.
That was a terrible looping, and that took them probably over 25 seconds to get that.
To me, I think where you were there, I think you let the clock go to about 55, and then you take a timeout, and then you can kind of reconnoiter. But, I've been begging them to play with pace and do no huddle stuff, so – but
yeah,
man,
I would have just thought you could have got to the line and run a play a lot faster than that. And if you couldn't, just call a timeout and save yourself 25
spread Zeke out wide.
So they're going empty on 2nd and 10.
Can they block it up?
They blocked it enough to get it to Cole Beasley, who's going to take you down to the 30-yard line with 34 seconds left. Cowboys are going to pop a timeout. So that's just a nice little shake route, and Beasley doing what he does, finding a hole in his zone, and he's going to take you down to the 31 or the 30. And you are in field goal range with 30 seconds left in the game. Now, Jason Garrett, if you shell up and go conservative, I'm going to lose my mind. And he's going to.
He will.
Actually, rephrase that. You guys better block it up because they are going to call run plays until they kick this field goal, and you better gain yards. I'm not trying to line up from 48 for the ball game. And I got 30 seconds to get in a better spot than that. But I guarantee you, Garrett's terrified of taking a sack here, bad decision, fumble, anything. I can't tell who's on the ground. Do you have volume there?
I don't. Let me try it for a minute here.
Looks like a big human. Oh no, it's
Tyron. Oh boy.
Golly. Houston is lining up for a 54-yarder, and I think he drilled it. Houston is up 23-21 on Washington with 7.5 minutes to go.
Okay, so Tyron's down. A reminder, you can join us on the fan line. If you hit that, you can pop on with us. Tyron down, but you're at the 30. You have 2 timeouts left, right? 34 seconds left. Again, Tyron down on the field.
They're going to run the ball. They're not going to call pass play without Tyron.
It needs to be a 30-yard field goal or better. And Maher just has not been confident.
Yeah, he says can't trust Maher, and I think everyone's probably thinking that. He is and he had a 50-yarder, but you also have a missed extra point and a handful of misses over the last few weeks. So I am not trying to ask my kicker to kick from 48 and pretend I feel great about that. And I don't want to go to overtime without Tyron Smith. I need to find a way to get 6 to 10 more yards, kick this field goal, and go home with my W. So figure it out, boys. I get in shotgun and QB draw it. They got Zeke in the backfield. All the linebackers are coming forward. They're going to hand it off anyway, and they're going to gain a yard and a half.
Yeah. And I think who took a timeout? Is it Atlanta or us?
They're going to kick it from 45 to 48 yards and feel good about it. That's going to be the Cowboys' plan. I hate it, but that's going to be their plan.
That's their plan. Atlanta took a timeout there, though. So timeouts are kind of out of the equation now. 29 seconds. The Cowboys have 2 left. Atlanta's got 1 left.
Yeah, Atlanta won't have – they're trying to save themselves time after a field goal, but they're not going to leave. They won't have enough time to do anything. I mean, outside of miracle Stephon Diggs play or something. But
yeah.
Oh, thanks for the replay of Cole Beasley dropping a touchdown earlier. That's fun. That's what I wanted to see.
That extra point, huge.
Extra point miss. Oh, okay. That's what we're going to do. It's kind of messed up. All right, so we're going to have what do we got, second down? We're going to run 2 more plays here. It is 2nd and 8 from the 28. There's 100 people in the box, and they're going to chip away and get 2 more.
They use the old Noah Brown right there. Bring him in, motion him in. Let's block. Timeout Atlanta. So Atlanta's out of timeouts. The Cowboys are going to run it on 3rd down, run the clock down to 4 seconds.
2 yards, and then they're going to run it down, call a timeout, and Brett Maher is going to win this dang game, KT. Brett Maher is going to win this game 22-19. Hold on to your butt.
So they need to get it. Are they trying to get it in the middle of the field or on the left hash or the right hash?
I would think I would want him on the left hash based on just watching him kick this year. But I think people said he likes it on the right hash, even though it seems like that's where they've been missing. Yeah, so I don't know.
I'd put it right in the middle. I formation, Jeff.
3rd and 6, and we're rocking the I formation. Let's do play action, throw a bomb. You know what I mean?
I fear the holding penalty.
Oh, and what do they do? 2 yards. So we have a 4th and 4, and they are going to try to kick a field goal to win the game. We're down to 10 seconds and running. Cowboys will be calling a timeout probably at 4. And let's see what number they call it at.
3.
Give it to him at 3. Zeke with 201 total yards today.
Here we go.
Nice day at the office. All right, Brett. Make the kick, bruh.
What do you think, Jeff?
He's going to make the kick.
Upright bet?
Yeah, upright bet. 50-1?
40.
Which side are you?
Doesn't matter. If it hits the upright, I'll give you $40.
Okay. All right. I'll give you $1. If he hits
the
upright, I'll give you 40.
Shake. Now, Atlanta can't freeze him because they don't have timeouts. So this thing is going no matter what.
Well, Garrett might freeze him. He's done that before, hasn't he?
Yeah. 42-yarder, Jeff. Just what we were talking about. I'm nervous.
About a 42-yarder. I felt terrible about a 48. They're going to kick it from the middle of the field. If your TV's ahead of mine, don't you tell me what happens on this kick. Oh, it just hung in. I almost won the upright bet. But the field goal is good, and the Cowboys win 22-19.
Wow.
To 5-5 Dallas Cowboys. Atlanta goes down to 4-6. And their season is probably over.
Make a run.
NFC wildcard is getting really interesting because nobody's really running away with them. We'll see what the Panthers do, but then other than them, nobody's really running away with anything.
Yeah, Carolina down by 7 with 3 minutes left, Jeff.
Carolina what?
Down by 7 with 3 minutes left.
I think they'll get a wild card, and then I think the North will have the other wild card, either the Vikings or the Bears is my guess. I think everybody's playing for division titles. Saquon Barkley, another touchdown for me and Daly. So that's an awesome. I mean, the Cowboys saved the season. So we'll see what happens with Houston and Washington. But that's awesome that you had an offense that kind of sputtered and then did just what they needed to do to win the game. When the defense couldn't get one last stop, you get the game tied back up, 2-minute situation, and your quarterback goes ahead and drives you down for a field goal. You can't ask for much better than that, especially on the road against Atlanta. That's a good one. That's a big one.
2:07 left in the Carolina game, so they're 6-3. So if they lose, they would be 6-4. Now that you're 5-5, I mean everybody's trying to lock them in as the 5 seed in the wild card. So that really has opened up. I do think it'll be Chicago or Minnesota, one of those teams in the North. Seattle's still alive. Seattle plays Carolina next week, though. So one of them are going to beat each other. So there's a lot going on.
KT, give me your closing thoughts.
Well, my closing thoughts, Jeff, are that basically you held Atlanta under 20 points, and that's kind of surprising to me, honestly. And now no one can say about your team that you haven't played anybody. I mean, you start to look at their offenses that they've played this year.
They're 4-6. Atlanta's a bad team, clearly.
Well, but a good offense, though.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the Tyron thing is something we're going to need to watch on a short week here. We need those defensive tackles, and there's some of those guys, which Antoine Woods, it sounds weird, but need those guys back against Washington because that's a huge game on Thursday. So, man, we did it.
We did it.
You stole the game. You went and stole the game. No one thought it would happen.
The season is alive. So, Cowboy fans, thank you for kicking it with us. And you can trust Maher, apparently, with the season on the line. We are going to watch the rest of this day of football and have ourselves a party. But shout out to Fancred and to Cowboy Nation out there. We do love you guys. Cowboys win championship. It's not championship, but they did win.
It's not. They're 5-5, Jeff.
Well, no, but that's what will happen is the championship. And KT next week will not wear a North Texas beanie because it almost looks like you're a Philadelphia Eagle fan. So
it's good luck, North Texas. It's actually in the face of Eagles fans.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
cool. I'm doing. I'm trolling them.
That's the real Eagles.
I'm trolling them. Yeah.
All right, KT. I will talk to you next week, homie.
All right. I might stay for these Newton games.
Oh yeah, you hang out. I got a thing. The laundry. Cowboy Nation. Salute.
See ya.